This is a sponsored video.
St. Louis has the worst drivers I've ever seen, and every time I head out west from Kentucky, I'm reminded that I should probably get a dash cam. It's not just the bad drivers that have me wanting a dash cam though. I document my travels for the YouTube channel, but regularly miss things like mishaps on the trail and bears or other wildlife crossing close, simply because I don't have a camera running all the time. Today, we'll be checking out this M500 Dashcam from 70mai. We'll start off seeing what comes in the box, we'll check out some sample footage, and then we'll talk about the features. So inside the box, when we first open it up, we have what appears to be an instruction manual. We'll read that later when we start figuring stuff out. Underneath, you immediately see that we have the camera itself. So I'll pull that out. You can see that it's pretty compact. You've got cooling fans on the back, and there are just two inputs. One is a button on the end, it's a power button, and then on the other end, you have the USB input. On my left, we have what appears to be the mount for it. So if I open that up, you have a self-adhesive pad on the mount, and then the camera itself just slots into this to mount, and then obviously it's easy removal. You can just pull it out. And this is also adjustable, so you can change the angle of it to suit your windshield. We also have a 12-volt charger for it. You actually have, with this one, you got a 12-volt adapter, and it has two inputs. One of them is for the dash cam itself, and then the other one, I guess, is so you don't lose your 12-volt output. You can still use it for charging your phone or other USB things. On the other side, I'm assuming we've got a charging cable. I don't know how long this is exactly, but it looks pretty long. I would hope that this is long enough that when you plug it in, you can route it around the outside of your windshield and hide it away nicely. And we also have a couple more things in here. Looks like you get an extra adhesive pad. So if you want to change where you've mounted this, you can remove it, or put it in another vehicle, you can remove it and re-stick it somewhere. And then finally, there is something else. I don't know what this is for. So now it's time to take it out on a trip. You enjoy the footage, and I'll see you in a few minutes, or weeks in my time. The camera has a wide 170-degree field of view, helping you catch as much as possible of the action. With a resolution of 2592 by 1944 pixels, you're able to crop in a little to see the details, but you have to be right behind someone to be able to read their license plate. Your best bet is to have the audio recording enabled and read out the license plates if necessary. On the screen, you have the date and time on the bottom left, with speed and location burned in on the bottom right. This is useful for disputing speeding tickets or to use against people who are claiming you're going too fast. Now for the bad driving. On my trip, I only recorded 4 clips of bad driving. 2 of those were from St. Louis with just some aggressive driving. I did get someone running a red light just outside of Louisville, but the worst driving I recorded was my own. As I backed off a ledge on Hell's Revenge in Moab, I busted up my front bumper. The camera uses built-in eMMC storage. That means you don't need to worry about adding an SD card, and it allows for higher and read-write speeds. The 64 gig storage is enough for about 4 hours of footage on the highest quality with audio, but of course it loops the recording and starts to overwrite the earlier footage when the storage is full, so you never have to worry about running out of storage space. If something happens while you're out, you have a few options for saving the video before it's overwritten. The first is to use the M500's voice control. You tell it, shoot a video. When you do that, it'll automatically save around 20 seconds before and after your command, and they'll save it as an event that's easy to download to your phone, and it will be protected from being overwritten. Although I'd also like a physical button for this, it tells you that it's successfully recording and recorded the video every single time I told it to, even though I have a weird accent. The second option is to turn on the automatic event recording. That detects sudden movement that you might get under sharp braking or in the event of a collision, and it automatically saves the video as an event. There are several sensitivity options, but I've turned it completely off on mine because off-road driving often has the sharp movements that are likely to trigger it. The final option is to go into the app and save the exact moment that you want to save. The video is displayed as a timeline and you can skip to certain dates or times or just scroll through the entire timeline. When you get to the section that you want, you can choose to download it as a clip up to 3 minutes long. If you do it this way, you just need to make sure that you're saving the video within about 4 hours, otherwise it will be overwritten. All of the controls, settings, and video backups are done through the phone app for iOS or Android. I've only tested it with my iPhone where it worked smoothly and without any issues. Within the app, you can enable several other features that require optional accessories to work. The first and most useful is the true 24-hour parking surveillance. This takes a time-lapse recording while parked and will automatically record a video if the G sensor detects any sudden movements like shakes or impacts. This means that if something happens, you can skip back through and find the event. The hardwire kit is required to use this feature. It powers the camera constantly as long as the car's battery voltage is high enough. If the battery voltage does drop, the camera will shut off, but that's to protect your starter battery. The second is the Bluetooth tire monitoring, which will give you a voice alert from the camera if low tire pressure is detected through the optional tire pressure monitoring system, and allows you to use the app to see exact tire pressure and temperature information. Finally, the M500 also has advanced driver assistance systems that can be used to warn of lane departure or forward collision. I'll put a link to this in the description so you can go check it out for yourself and see a whole list of features and specifications. Thanks for watching.